So what I wanted to do today is I want to just kind of walk you through the course for summer. So if you see here, I'm viewing it as a student, so this should be almost exactly what you see. In your teacher information widget, you'll see your instructor's name, their contact information, email and phone, their hours of availability. You can click and view their welcome message, whatever it is, see any badges or use your email account. In the course information section, you can click it and it will show you your syllabus. If you look at your syllabus, you'll see that the assignments are color coded, and so if something is purple, it's a discussion. If it's pink, it's a lab. If it's red, it's a test or a project, and if it's blue, it's a quiz or a coursework. If it's highlighted, that means it's due that day. Okay, so you can see there's 3 things due this first day, 1 thing due the second day, 3 things due the third day, 1 thing due the fourth day, 3 things due the last, or Friday, not the last day. If you have a day where you get through the work pretty quickly, especially for summer, it's really a good idea to start working on the next day's stuff. I suggest printing out your schedule and just crossing through things as you finish them. That way, you just kind of work a little bit ahead and you're a couple days ahead, and that takes out some of that stress of, oh gosh, I have to get all this stuff done in one day. If you look here, you can see that you don't have anything due for 4th of July, and then on the last day, for the last week, there's something we've kind of done differently if you've taken summer classes with us before. Instead of just having one day to take your final exam, you can take your final exam anytime Monday through Thursday. Now it has to be one time, so when you take it, you have to sit there for the whole 90 minutes to take the exam. You can't start it on Monday and finish it on Thursday, but at least you have a little bit of leeway as to what day you take your exam. And then Wednesday is the last day to turn in work. If you turn in something from Tuesday, on Wednesday it'll be 20% off per our late policy. And then if you have any test corrections, Wednesday's the very last day to turn in those test corrections. So this is the 6-week schedule, and do the same thing to get that 5-week schedule. One of the things that's due on Monday is the acknowledgement form, so you can click here and get to that form, and then you can click here to get to the weekly sessions. We'll have sessions on Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 1 in 2019. So if you look at the user link session, you'll see that there's some information for Jigsaw resources. Once we have a recording to post, so Tuesday night, you'll have something right above this Jigsaw resources that says Jigsaw recordings, and it'll have a link to the recording there. Course resource newsletters and walkthroughs for the labs. So one of the things that we've done, you can click here, for example, this you can see it's like a little newsletter or a s'more, and there's information about every single assignment, some frequently asked questions, things to make it a little easier. You can see we've got some images in here, just kind of some helpful resources. You can see there's extra videos here and notes and things like that about these topics in case you need some more help. So there's lots of useful information in these s'mores, so you can definitely check those out. And then these lab walkthroughs are also just little videos that we've made that kind of walk you through the lab. That way you know exactly what you need to do for those virtual labs. You'll see this bulletin board after the 5-week session starts. This will change and you'll see something different here probably. But it's just a kind of like a bulletin board in a regular classroom, somewhere where there's important information that is a little more static. It doesn't necessarily change every day. This news section will change every day, so you'll have a new news announcement every single day. For me, I'm showing the ones that are 6-week and 5 weeks. That's why you're seeing like 2 of everything. So these are all the ones that are up now, but you'll have at least one new news announcement every day. Some of it could be pointing you to a lab walkthrough or reminding you that you have assignments due or that we have a synchronous session, something like that. but there's something every day. So definitely log into your course every day, besides the fact that something's due every day, and check that out. So the first thing you should do when you get into the course is you should click this course materials, hit the down arrow, and hit content. That's going to take you to the content of the course. So if you want to start out with your math and physics unit, you can hit complete pages 1 through 3, you can 4, 5, 6, whatever one you do, it's going to take you to the first page of that module. And you can kind of look through, and it has important vocabulary terms, there's extra resources. So for example, there's a little worksheet here to practice conversions, and then there's the solutions to that worksheet here. That way, before you take your quiz about conversions, you get a chance to practice. This is not a graded item. You just kind of work through as many problems as you need to till you feel like you have a good grip on that information. Here's some extra resources within the course. These are some practice problems. They kind of show you how to answer some of the questions. And then when you go through here, it'll say, okay, now that you've gone through this, this is like a PowerPoint that you can click here and it'll start a presentation.
The internet
that has like sound and stuff. When you get somewhere, it'll say like, now complete the welcome discussion, now complete the metric conversion act discussion. Okay, sig figs. Now complete the quiz. Okay, so don't complete the quiz till it says that it's time to do the quiz. Okay, otherwise there might be something on the quiz that you missed. Again, here's a worksheet, and then here's problems to the worksheet. You don't have to complete the entire worksheet. It's not for a grade. It's just to kind of help you get some practice before the quiz. To do your discussions, you go to assessments and click down and hit your discussions. You can see that the last person that posted in the discussion, this little blue one will show you that there's some discussions you haven't read yet, and they're all kind of here. Okay. If you look at the Dropbox, same thing. You can hand in your Dropbox. I haven't turned anything in, but let's say I had, you would see my grade right here next to it, how many submissions I turned in, my feedback, and that kind of stuff. So if the teacher had left you any feedback, you would see that there. So this is saying that Turnitin is enabled, which means that it's a software that lets us, it's like kind of a plagiarism originality check software. So when you click on the folder, you can see the rubric for this lab, so you know exactly what you need to do to earn full points for this lab. And then when you're ready to submit your assignment, you hit add a file, go to your computer, upload the file. I don't know, I could upload this PowerPoint if I wanted to. That's not going to give me a very good grade because it's not the right assignment. You could put a comment in here if you want, you don't have to, and then you hit submit. You should get an email when you've submitted something, so that kind of just lets you know that you've submitted it. And that's kind of how you submit an assignment. Okay. For your quizzes, same thing. You can go to here. These are all your quizzes. When you're ready to start a quiz, you can click on it, and the timer will begin when you hit start quiz. I don't have one of those because, you know, I'm the teacher, but it shows you how much time you're allowed and how many attempts and all that kind of stuff. And so you don't, the timer keeps going even if you log off the course. So if you log into your quiz and then you get kicked off the internet, you need to get logged on as quickly as possible because the timer's going to keep going. Okay. And then you can go here and you can see all of your grades. Okay, so it'll tell you the points you got, the grade, and it'll show you your feedback. There's separate pages, separate videos that we have for you that show your feedback, how to check all your feedback. You can check your student handbook here. It's got super good information for you. You can click help if you need help, and it has a ton of topics. Let's click that just so you can see. Ton of topics here just to kind of figure out, maybe help you answer your questions. So that's kind of a quick little walkthrough for the course for summer. Hopefully this is useful to you.